It was a long week. I need a little extra comfort. Maybe you do too. I hope you're getting ready. Let's get comfortable! Hello and welcome to another episode of Cooking with MFB. Tonight, we're getting a little comfortable. We're making some food. We're making comfort food. Tonight, we are making country fried steak with a little bit of mashed potatoes and gravy. But before we do all that, we got to get hydrated. Let's do. Oh yeah. Ooh. Alright, first thing you will need is some cube steak. Right on right here. Make sure your cube steak has been cubed and staked. A very important part of mashed potatoes and gravy is the potato. Make sure you have a couple. One potato just won't do it nowadays, guys. You will also want some veggies of your choice. Tonight, we're doing broccoli and cauliflower. Optional is a pot. Actually, just kidding. You really do need the pot. How else are you going to boil potatoes? Into the pot, we'll go some salt and high heat. Alright, you're going to want to do the peeling. Peel them potatoes. Peel the skin off of the potatoes. Or against the hose again. Alright, we got these bad girls naked. Now, you could boil them like this, but that takes like 30-something minutes. We don't got time for that. We're making comfort food. We're going to cube them. See what it did there? Cube it. You're going to do it like this. Hat, 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 hat. Hat, 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 hat. Hat, hat. Pro tip. Even sizes make it cook faster. If you like your mashed potatoes lumpy, do some irregular size. Alright, they're ready, but we're not going to put them in yet. We are going to wait a second. Let's do some other stuff. Alright, we got ourselves some meat here, but it just can't be fried like this. We have to spice it up a little bit. It'd be bland otherwise. A little bit of salt. A little bit of seasoned salt. A little bit of pepper. No, not a lot. Mix it up. It's going to look like this. But wait, we need to flour it. You're going to want to take a little bit of this flour, put it into the seasons, and shake the heck out of it. You will have something that looks like this. It looks like I dropped flour on the ground and swept it back up. It's what we like. You're going to take some ordinary flour and throw it in another container, separate from the good flour. Next, you will need an egg. Before we egg out, we have complications. Alright, crisis diverted. Boom, just like that. Oops! What have I done? You are going to whisk it till you see them bubbles. See them bubbles? Them bubbles! Alright, we've got good flour. We've got normal flour. We've got an egg wash. What are we going to do next? It's time to bread the meat! Always remember, in between handling meat and touching your phone, wash your hands. You don't want meat ear.
Ease air dry waves. It gives you defined, touchable waves with soft.
Alright, we're going to take some of this cube steak and we're going to put it in ordinary flour and get it coated. If we get to that last one, you might be running out of flour. Don't panic, because we have a whole nother batch of flour we got to put it through. Don't panic. In a pan, medium-high heat, we're going to put some oil. so the oil heats up with the pan. What kind of oil do you say? I'm glad you asked. That's a very good question. You're going to blend some oil. In blending your own oil, take caution because different oils have different smoking temperatures, which means at the temperature that the oil starts to smoke. Be careful. We've got 1/3 corn, 1/3 peanut, 1/3 olive, and we're going to put a dollop of some bacon fat in there. For shits and giggles. Oh, stir it a little bit. You might notice that your pre-flour has sort of been absorbed by the meat. Weird, huh? That's going to get a good crust. Oh, so we're going to take this, wash that bad boy one time. Just do a quick dip and dip again, and we got it. That is to shake the Jesus out of it. Flip it. Shake the Jesus out of it. And you're good. Your oil should be smelling like oil right now. It has had its time to heat up. We're going to throw some of these bad boys in there. Things happen fast when you're frying. That crust is going to turn golden, and you're going to flip them. Time to put the potatoes into the pot. Oh, we are looking good, Millhouse. Looking good. Speaking of water, stay hydrated. We'll notice some juice that's coming up that sort of looks like blood. They drain the animal of blood, so it's not blood, it's just juice that's red. It's good. In another pot, you're going to put just a little bit of water, and you're going to get it boiling. You're going to put a strainer in, and we're going to steam some broccoli. Will you just look at that golden perfection? Repeat the process until they're all gone. Ultimately, to flip it once. Otherwise, you're going to lose that precious crust that we've worked so hard to make. Don't do it to me. See what we got. Oh, I'm going to have to remove this and eat it right away. We have got some steam going on in here. Let's put some broccoli in. Some broccoli. Oh, yeah. That's what. Don't forget to stir your potatoes. You don't want sticky potatoes. Well, the kitchen smells pretty amazing right about now. I would hate to be my roommates. Cheers! Alright, fork test. You're going to take a fork, stab it in there. If you pull out a potato, it's not ready yet. Alright, man. We got our steak. Oh, chicken fried country-like. About to pull it out. What we're going to do is we're going to clean this pot. We have drained the potatoes and returned them to a pot. We're going to take some butter and a little bit of milk and mash up. I hope you have one of those. If not, you're using one of these. Get that butter in there. Let it butter up the place. Mash it. Don't worry about that butter. It's going to get in there. Now you're thinking, what about the milk? We got to get the butter in there first. We can't be doing butter and milk. It is time to put some milk in there. Let's milk up the situation. No crying over spilt milk. Do not cry. You just look at that. We got ourselves some mashed potatoes. About 1/3 of a cup. Maybe a little bit half of that. And you are golden. Let's make some gravy. In that very same clean pan. Under medium-high heat. Or actually medium-low, I'd say. We're going to put a little bit of oil that you saved. You better. You're going to take an even amount of flour with that oil and dump it in there. We're going to fry some oil. You're going to fry this flour until it turns a golden brown. You got to wait for it. Don't stir it too much. Just let it do its. It will absorb that oil and you will see it start to clump up. That's why you don't want to stir it too much. Now what you're going to do is you're going to stir this. And then you let it sit for a second. You will notice that it is starting to sort of get liquidy. It's sort of cool. That's going to get golden. We're golden. It's almost burnt. We're going to reduce the heat to ultra low and add our milk. This is where it gets a little tricky. So slowly, you're going to want to introduce this milk to your roux blend. It's going to steam. It's going to smolder. But you're going to want to stir it. Keep stirring. You got to break up them clumps of flour. Mix it up. Keep stirring. Add a little bit more milk now. Right about now, we're going to put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Will you just look at that? We have ourselves a country gravy going on right here, and I am a little proud of it. Alright, if you're just tuning in, which would be weird, ourselves some mashed potatoes, a little bit of country fried steak, a little bit of broccoli, and a hell of a dinner. I'd like to thank you for cooking with MFB. We have made ourselves some comfort food. I'm about to dive right on in. They don't want you to tune in to the next episode of Cooking with MFB. They don't want you to. But you gotta!